Good morning.
Good morning. I can't get the clock to start. She's going to talk while I hit the clock 14 times.
Okay, it's Monday, February 21st.
There we go. Clock started.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's logical because last Monday was Valentine's Day.
This
So,
is President's Day.
Today is President's Day.
As I've seen on the Twitters today, happy President's Day to everybody but Woodrow Wilson.
I think there were worse presidents than Woodrow Wilson.
That's true. Wilson was a bit of a racist pain.
Hey, he was, but he was not the only one.
This is
I mean,
true.
have you read about Andrew Jackson?
Jackson was bad. Yes.
I mean-
I'm really surprised. I've just been seeing a lot of Woodrow Wilson hate, and I was really surprised by it because there are worse presidents. But I mean, even saw somebody who's like, "Yeah, I'm still mad at Teddy Roosevelt for going third party and forcing us to have Woodrow Wilson." I'm going, what? Anyway, technically it's President's Day. I think we are missing something by not. I think at this point we're at 46 presidents. And it starts to wash because they are an uneven lot. Wilson was president, good, bad, decent amount of bad. Hoover, good, bad, decent amount of bad, decent amount of good. U.S. Grant, good guy, lousy other people in the administration. Grant, great general, lousy president because great general is, hey, you go obey these orders. This guy obviously can't follow orders. We're going to throw him out of the army and replace him. And he didn't do that as president. He got surrounded by, for instance.
Well, it's kind of hard to do that as president.
It's a lot harder.
Politics and military are very different.
Very, very different. So, so there are presidents that I think should not be celebrated. There are presidents that I think should be celebrated, and then there are presidents that, they're just like, okay, I mean, there are others like Andrew Jackson. There's just so much. Mixed and even just bad. The Trail of Tears is just bad. It's not a mixed thing. It's just bad. And Jackson's responsible for a lot of that. And not responsible as in, well, he was president when this decision was made by other people. So he's the one who decided it. And so I think it harms our vision of people. The one positive that I think would be better on President's Day would be for us to actually really have a grasp of all 46 presidents. Because let me tell you something. Barack Obama and Donald Trump are not the best presidents ever or the most corrupt, worst presidents ever. Either one of them, whichever side of the aisle you want to land on. These people who are, Donald Trump was the best, is the best president we've ever had. You have no idea what history has been like. Oh, he's the worst president. The most racist, the most vile. You have no idea what's actually going on with the 44 before, 45 before, or the 44 before President Obama. When you take those stances about him, both of them probably average. In all honesty, average presidents.
There's a lot of stuff. You start reading about some of the American presidents, and you'll be floored by some of the real stuff that went on. We have a lot of what's called in psychological and sociological terminology as rosy retrospect.
Yes.
When it comes to looking back on presidents throughout history. I mean, they're either horrible or they're saintly, and really and truly, look at the history surrounding George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, and you will find that both men had some pretty severe faults.
It's fascinating to read how highly regarded Lincoln, has been, was by many folks who, on the emancipation side, and then, trying to advance, and get past slavery. But then you read responses to his handling of indigenous peoples, First Nations in America, that where they're like, look, Lincoln was all about drive us off our land, kind of things. And then you also can see, Frederick Douglass, Horace Greeley, and others, even in that era, were like, okay, yeah, we got the slavery thing eliminated, but Lincoln's not really helping with anything else. So it's very fascinating. Presidents are a mixed bag, but they're human. The thing about it, being an average president of the United States still takes a lot. That's like being, well, thus and such a person had a 25-year, career as a Major League Baseball pitcher, and he was just, he wasn't a Randy Johnson or a Greg Maddux. He lasted 25 years as a Major League Baseball pitcher.
That's pretty significant.
That's pretty significant. There are certain things that if you're, at the top of the form, simply by getting to the place, by being the president, and I think it's either Eisenhower or Truman, which, by the way, the two of them did not get along.
I've heard this.
But one of them made the statement that no easy decisions get to the president's desk. There are people that handle anything easy is taken care of before it gets there. There are no easy decisions for the that get to the president of the United States. Every decision is a hard decision. Every decision is one that here's a great one right now, with what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. Well, what's the right decision? Well, we're allies with the Ukrainians. We have committed to help them. They have asked for help to a certain extent, and we ought to honor that. But how many does it help to ship, should we put 20,000 American soldiers in harm's way to fight the Russians? On behalf of is that a good decision? Is that what's the right decision there? And there's not a good one. If President Biden orders, the United States Army to go help defend Ukraine against a Russian invasion. Sorry, my 80s are showing. Against a Russian invasion, has he made a right decision? Well, some people that are now clamoring that we should be striving to help the Ukrainians will be angry. I can't believe here we are off in another foreign war. And then if the Russians do invade and do all sorts of terrible things, there'll be people sitting here who have said, don't go get involved. I just can't believe how terrible, and we just turn a blind eye to people suffering. So what's the right decision?
It's a no-win.
There's a no-win, no-win decision. So anyway, and that's what President's Days are filled with. Mm-hmm. So pray for your current president, pray for the next president, pray for the people right now in school, in high school and college, are future presidents of the United States of America. So pray for them. Pray that they learn to use commas properly. At the very least. We want all future presidential records to use the Oxford comma.
Yes.
We also want them left at the White House and not taken. Anyway. Let's just defer today's topics.
Yeah, because we're down to...
Let's get to this. Sorry about that. Got a little distracted on the president's thing.
History. So.
I am not the captain of my own destiny, nor even of this new day. And so I renounce anew all claim to my own life and desires. I am only yours, O Lord. Lead me by your mercies through these hours, that I might spend them well, not in harried pursuit of my own agendas, but rather in good service to you. Teach me to shepherd the small duties of this day with great love, tending faithfully those tasks you place within my care, and tending with patience and kindness the needs and hearts of those people you place within my reach. Nothing is too hard for you, Lord Christ. I deposit now all confidence in you, that whatever these waking hours bring, my foundations will not be shaken. At day's end, I will lay me down again to sleep, knowing that my best hope is well kept in you. In all things, your grace will sustain me. Bid me follow, and I will follow. Amen.
Amen.
Alrighty.
Do we have a passage for today?
Well, I should look one up over here, and we would have one. Let me bump out of that. Hopefully the clock comes back, otherwise we'll be here all day.
No, I figure we'll do our memory verse and then do our passage and then be done.
Our passage would be Jeremiah 17, 5 through 10.
We'll do this first.
Let's do that first.
All right, Psalm 19, 1 through 4. For the choir director, a psalm of David.
Carry on.
Heavens declare the glory of God, and
the expanse proclaims the work of his hands. Day after day they pour out speech. Night after night they communicate knowledge. There is no speech, there are no words, their voice is not heard. Their message has gone out to the whole earth, and their words to the ends of the world. Psalm 19, 1 through 4.
Jeremiah
17, 5 through 10. This is not the Jeremiah that was a bullfrog.
Curse and blessing. This is what the Lord said. Cursed is the person who trusts in mankind. He makes human flesh his strength, and his heart turns from the Lord. He will be like a juniper in the Arabah. He cannot see when good comes, but dwells in the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land where no one lives. The person who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence indeed is the Lord, is blessed. He will be like a tree planted by water. It sends its roots out toward a stream. It doesn't fear when heat comes, and its foliage remains green. It will not worry in a year of drought, or cease producing fruit. The heart is more deceitful than anything else, and incurable. Who can understand it? I, the Lord, examine the mind. I test the heart, to give each according to his way, according to what his actions deserve. Verse 3:10, right?
That's what it said.
Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for the much needed rain. And thank you for the opportunities ahead of us this week. In your holy name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, remember, don't check the mail today. And don't go to the bank. It's a holiday. Alexa, turn off the ring.